Spurs are back to winning ways. This is Matt Spurs, and this is my match review of Spurs' 1-0 victory over Everton this evening at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So, like I said, Tottenham did win 1-0. Was it a fantastic game of free-flowing attacking football? Not really, but it was some kind of improvement from last week in the game against Sheffield United. I think we were better defensively. I felt the partnership of Alderweireld and Eric Dyer went well. I thought Eric Dyer had another fantastic game. I think out of the 4 games we've had since the restart, I think, yes, in the first 2 games I thought he was brilliant. Maybe Sheffield United he could have done better, but I think he had good moments in that game. And even in today's game against Everton, I thought he was probably the pick of the back 4. I thought Toby Alderweireld being there also gave us, a little bit more experience. Maybe also gave the defenders around him a bit more comfort. Maybe Sanchez and Dyer together maybe are inexperienced pairing, and maybe having a Dyer and Alderweireld or an Alderweireld and Sanchez pairing maybe is better. But obviously the back 4 or the back 5 was Hugo Lloris. Then we had Aurier, Toby Alderweireld, Eric Dyer and Ben Davies. Midfield 2 of Harry Winks and Sissoko. The 3 behind Harry Kane was Son, Giovanni Lo Celso and Lucas Moura. And Spurs scored a very fortuitous goal, a very lucky goal. It did come off Michael Keane before it entered the goal, and I think it's been chalked up as a own goal. But I would like to give it to Giovanni Lo Celso. I think probably his turn and shot was probably going wide until it hit Michael Keane and went into the net. But I want to give it to him. I thought Gio had a pretty decent game. I think when he gets on the ball, he is a good player. I also like the fact, a little bit like Eric Lamela as well. I like Eric Lamela. Maybe he's not the best player we've got, but Giovanni Lo Celso and Eric Lamela, they've got this little bit of fight in them, a little bit of, I like the way they kick players or they wrestle players. And I think even during the game, there was a part after Eric Lamela came on as a second half substitute where he pushed some guy off the ball. I kind of like that in players. But Giovanni Lo Celso also is fantastic on the ball. Probably, in my opinion, the best technical player, the best technical midfield player we've had since Luka Modric. And I hope to see him grow in the Tottenham shirt and give us better performances. There's a couple of other players I want to talk about. Firstly is Harry Winks. I thought we missed him. I just like the way Harry Winks gets on the ball and makes a pass. Gets on the ball, makes a pass. I know a lot of people say he's a bit sideways or doesn't really make any assists or score any goals, but I think he's always the one who is like the assist of the assist, or he's just like a player you can depend on, I think. And to be honest with you, I really like Harry Winks. And every game I watch him, I begin to like him even more, to be honest with you. So well done, Harry Winks. And I thought Mr. Sissoko was okay. I think he did a lot better than on Thursday. He covered for Serge Aurier, I think, in a much better way in today's game. I thought Serge Aurier was okay as well. Again, I'm not so sure he is the best right back for us and maybe the right back of the future, especially after some of the performances of Kyle Walker-Peters at Southampton. He had a fantastic game actually in Southampton's last match against Manchester City. So, to be honest with you, I'm willing for KWP to come back and maybe have another go next season if he really wants to. Of course, if we can't get another right back, but I'm sure it's one position Jose Mourinho wants to have a look at. And of course, we can't leave without talking about probably the major incident of the game, except from the goal, because to be honest with you, the match was really dull and boring and slow, and I think probably we were lucky that Everton were worse than us. Everton, yeah, as soon as we scored, Everton really didn't do anything. So I think we were lucky today. If we come up against better opposition, maybe we wouldn't have won. But it's hard to say. I think we didn't have to play our best. Maybe, which is another good thing. But anyway, in terms of being positive, it's 3 games unbeaten now at home. 1 goal conceded at home, and it was a dodgy penalty. And we've got 2 clean sheets in 3 games, so it doesn't sound that bad. I think slowly we're turning the corner. But anyway, except from the goal, I have to talk about the fight. I thought it was brilliant, to be honest with you. It's about time we had some fight or aggression. Like, I think sometimes we're a bit too nice to each other. Maybe this is something Spurs are lacking, like, to take us over the line. The last game that I can really remember was that game against Chelsea that's called the Battle of the Bridge, where we were just like taking lumps out of Chelsea. I really loved that. I mean, we were 2-0 up and drew 2-2 in that game, but just kicking players, trying to have a fight with them, it shows our aggression. I think we need to be more aggressive, especially with each other. We need to demand more, especially now. We are currently 8th in the Premier League. It's not where Tottenham should be. We should be in the top 4. We've got the fantastic stadium. You could argue one of the best managers in world football. Maybe he's won trophies everywhere. He's got more trophies in his cabinet than the whole history of Tottenham. And so we've got the manager, we've got the stadium, but look at our players. I mean, we've got to start having a look at ourselves and looking at the players. The players have to look at each other and think, come on, guys, we've got to give more. So when Hugo Lloris was like wanting to have a fight with Son, I thought, yes. I don't have any problem with that. Usually these things happen in the dressing room, but maybe to have it out on the pitch in front of the cameras is good, because we need to have that in our team, and it's good that it comes from the captain. And I hope that Hugo is fighting all the players, to be honest with you, or demanding more. And I want to see the other players do it as well. Maybe they don't need to do it on the pitch, but do it behind the scenes. And I think it's good to demand more. Like, you should be doing that, you should be doing this. And demanding more. Like, we have to demand more from our team. Maybe that's why Alderweireld is good that he comes back. He's another experienced head. He needs to be telling Serge Aurier and maybe even Eric Dyer and Ben Davies what they should be doing as well in terms of defensive things. Harry Kane as well. I think in our team, Hugo Lloris is a good captain. He's won the World Cup. Harry Kane is another good captain, but apart from that, maybe not so many captains, especially in midfield. But we need to start looking at each other and demanding more. So I thought it was beautiful, just like Mourinho said. And if this is something that Mourinho wants to have the players do to each other, because maybe this is what he expected from his teams at Real Madrid, Inter Milan and Chelsea, then I think it's only a good thing. So anyway, on to the next one. The next one is coming up pretty quickly. I think it's on Thursday, early evening against Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. I'm expecting another victory, considering that Bournemouth have been piss poor since the restart. So, of course, I'm expecting another win, and then, of course, Arsenal next weekend. But anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the win. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe. And remember, come on, you Spurs.